Okay, let's jump right in. Today, we're going to tackle what is, and I'm not exaggerating here, probably the single most important verb in the entire English language. Seriously. It's the very first one you learn, and it's one you'll use all the time. Of course, we're talking about the verb to be.
So what makes it such a big deal? Well, this one little verb is the absolute key to everything. It's how you tell people who you are, how you describe the world around you, and how you share how you're feeling. It really is the foundation for so much of what we say, every single day.
So here's our game plan. We're going to build this up piece by piece. We'll start with the absolute foundation, then use it to build some positive statements. After that, we'll see how to make them negative, how to flip them into questions, and finally, how to give those perfect, quick, short answers. You ready? Let's do it.
First up, the absolute basics. Unlike a lot of other verbs, to be is kind of a shapeshifter. It actually changes its form depending on who or what you're talking about. And here they are. That's it. Just three little words: am, is, and are. If you can get a handle on when and how to use these three, you've already taken the biggest and most important step to building solid, correct sentences. All right, so we've got our foundation. Now for the fun part. Let's actually start building something. We're going to start with the most common type of sentence you can make, a positive statement.
And here's the blueprint. It's a really simple but powerful formula. You start with your subject, the who or what. Add the right form of to be, which is our am, is, or are, and then you just finish your thought. Simple as that.
Now this table right here, this is basically your cheat sheet for getting it right every single time. It shows you the perfect pairs. I always goes with am. He, she, or it, they always get is. And you, we, and they always team up with are. That's the rule.
And check this out. Here's our formula in action. You can see the pattern, right? Subject, verb, then the rest. I am a student. He is happy. We are in class. Every single one follows that simple blueprint we just looked at. Okay, you got the positive stuff down. But what if you want to say the opposite? Well, turning a sentence into a negative is actually super easy. Look how similar this is to our last structure. The only thing we've changed is adding one tiny little word, not. You just slide it in right after the verb, and boom, you've completely flipped the meaning. And here's a perfect side-by-side to show you what I mean. He is happy becomes he is not happy. That's all it takes. It's really that simple to say something isn't true. Now, want to sound a bit more natural, a little more like a native speaker? Here's a pro tip. We almost always mash is not together to make isn't and are not to make aren't. These are called contractions, and they just help your speech flow way more smoothly. Let's see it in practice. He isn't sad. They aren't students. See how we're using those contractions? It just sounds a little more casual, a little more conversational, right? So we can make positive statements, we can make negative statements, but how do we ask things? Well, get ready for another incredibly simple trick. To ask a question, all you have to do is flip the order. Instead of starting with the subject, you start with the verb. Am, is, or are moves right to the front of the line. And this comparison just makes it crystal clear. The statement, she is at school, becomes the question, is she at school, just by swapping those first two words. That's the whole magic trick, right there. Let's run through a few more of these. Are you okay? Is he your brother? Are they at home? Every single one starts with a form of to be, and then it's followed by the subject. Just like that, you know how to ask questions. We are on the home stretch. This is our final step. You can make statements, you can ask questions. So now let's master the art of giving a quick, correct, and really natural sounding answer. So just imagine for a second that someone asks you this exact question. Are you okay? How would you answer that? Now the trick to short answers is to echo the verb from the question. So if someone asks me, are you okay? I'd say yes, I am, or no, I'm not. The key is that the verb in the answer, am, is, or are, always matches the one used in the question. Okay, let's try one more. Somebody comes up to you and asks, is he your brother? Your answer would be, yes, he is, or no, he isn't. See how that works? You take the pronoun he and the verb is straight from the question to form your answer. It's a really simple and efficient way to reply. And just like that, you've totally done it. We went from those three basic words, am, is, are, all the way to building positive and negative sentences, asking questions, and giving perfect answers. You've literally just picked up the essential tools for communication. So, you've just taken a massive step. You've really gotten a handle on the present tense with the most important verb there is. The only question left is, what are you going to build with it next?